wrinkles in this offense like we just saw.
I think you're exactly right, because we did have that discussion that what we've seen in the past from them, they needed to broaden, and they have done it here. Look at what he's bringing to their offense, and now as a defensive coordinator, you've got some extra work to do to prepare for him and their offense.
7 yards, the pickup there. 2nd down and 3. Now it's Wilson. He'll let this go for the end zone. That's to Davis. He's got it. Touchdown, New York. Corey Davis, 31 yards. And the Jets can take the lead now with the extra point. The extra point splits the uprights, and they take the lead here at 7-6. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Keneduagu now out of his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Cousins now. They'll say it's incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense.
Throw left side complete. That's Osborne. And he'll go out near midfield at the... After one, a one-point game, 7-6. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. Handoff comes to Cook. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Options galore here, 2nd and a few inches. A give, this is Cook. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
And he wisely will throw that one away.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now Cook. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They'll run with Cook. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Now Mon. Escaping the pressure right. toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
And complete, right side to Cook.
And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
That's going to bring up fourth down, only a gain of 2 there. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. The kick by Joseph is good.
So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
On first down, Wilson. He's going to float this one deep right side. And incomplete on the deep ball.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw here into the hands of Moore.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Throwing is Wilson. And the grab by Croft. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On 3rd down, Wilson. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Flush to his right. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Elijah Moore, 29 yards. And the Jets are going to retake the lead. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with. Open man here is Conklin. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. From the 31, Mon. That's to Cook out of the backfield. Only able to gain a couple there. And just like that, it's 3rd down. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
And he's got this to Jefferson.
And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime.
Joseph's got it. So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the fourth quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. And they've got it. They recovered it. Wait, hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. They were a little too excited to get the football, touched it before it went 10 yards.
And that's so difficult, isn't it? Because sometimes you can just take a bad hop and veer into your lane or into your body. In this case, though, they touched it before 10. Illegal touching is the call.
A run there with Cook, not going to accomplish much. Call it no gain. Second down coming up. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Mond out of the shotgun. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And this is caught inside the 5. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. Cook. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Dalvin Cook taking it in for 2 yards out. And the Vikings have once again taken the lead. They'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And this will be caught as they convert here for 2. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
Here's Coleman now to return. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick? Taking it right down Broadway. Past the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Corey Davis, 77 yards. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Point after, right down the middle. And that will tie our game here in the 3rd. Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away. Pulls it in at the 13. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. 64 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They run it again with Cook. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game. 1st and 10 here. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Third down from the gun, it's Mond to Jefferson on a slant. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And a very similar result again. The Jets defense once more stopping him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. Mon looks to throw. Open man is Osborne. He's got it. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this third quarter. Open here, Adam Thielen. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down conversion. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. First down, here's the run with Cook. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On 2nd and 7, Mon. He'll dump this off to Cook. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. From the gun, here's Mon. And this is Cook with the ground. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. It'll be a gain of just a yard. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Mon. They're going for it. Being chased out left. And this is going to be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And now nothing but green ahead of him. 20. 10. And he brings this one back. It's a pick-6 and a Jet touchdown. In a tie game, 4th quarter, that's about as big of a defensive play as you can possibly make.
And it didn't happen by accident. That was scouting right there. They've seen things that have happened before. They knew in certain situations type of plays they like to run, read it, and were able to go after the football, get it, and take it into the end zone for a touchdown for themselves.
Eluding the pressure right. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And the Vikings pick up the football.
Well, that 2-point attempt failed due to the fumble, but people that can't see this, but you got a ball in your hands now, and you got the thing locked in pretty well. You got it covered up.
I love having a football in the booth. I always hang on to it. Makes me feel like I actually played back in my day.
Well, you probably could have. If you'd run that play, you would not have fumbled. I can tell you that.
Maybe.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they have to try and move past that pick-6 because now they're dealing with a 4th quarter deficit.
They'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Mon's throw pulled in by Jefferson.
And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. Credit the tackle to John Franklin Myers. He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to let it fly. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. He didn't, so it's incomplete. Boy, that one really could have turned this thing upside down. They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
That That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
On fourth down, Mon. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Well, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And that one drops to the ground, incomplete. Clock stops here just inside of 20 seconds, 19 left. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here? Or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
And he's going to get this inside the 30. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. Back to throw. The battle for it, and it's intercepted. Well, and it's picked. And the Jets have just about sewn up this football game. The disaster there, I mean, you saw it coming. The pressure gets knocked down, the interception.
Sometimes the best throw you make is the one you
don't make.
Exactly. Take care of the football. He'll also learn how to shrug his shoulders, take the proper slide steps to alleviate some of the pressure. But occasionally, like the one we just saw, sometimes just hold on to the football and take the hit.
So it's a victory here for the New York Jets, and they were spurred on by a strong performance.